Welcome, welcome. It is very late tonight. I'm coming on about 15 minutes later than I had planned, but I had to take care of a couple of things and it took me longer than I thought. I hate it when that happens. Oh, my glasses. Excuse me, my glasses are so dirty. And maybe I'll be able to see since I cleaned them. I can go for, I mean, a long time and I won't even notice my glasses are dirty. It's like it's been all day, and you're doing stuff and then finally you realize that just how dirty they are when you look at them. I don't know how glasses get so dirty when you're not. Hi, Tiggs. Welcome. Yeah. Hi, Marla. Sorry I'm on so late. I was gonna go on like at 4:15, 4:20, but had to do a couple of things, and it took a lot longer than I thought it would. Maya, welcome. Yeah. God, I'm glad y'all popped in here. I was thinking that it might be too late, but not for people across the pond. I realize that. I forgot where you live, Marla. I know where Tiggs and Maya are from, but I forgot where you're from. I've probably heard it before. I just can't remember. And anyway, hi, Miss Dawn. Welcome. North Georgia. Georgia, Georgia. I love going to Atlanta. I haven't been there in several years, but I have a high school friend that lives there, and last time I went, I only stayed for a couple of days. I think I had a doctor's appointment there or something, but I stayed at his house. He has a big old house, and he's a bachelor, and yeah, Kansas, that's right. Hello, Blessed to Crochet. Blessed, do they call you by your, I know your name because we've emailed, but do you ever go by that name or do you just like to use your handle? I'm going to start trying to be a little bit more observant of the chat, and I think by like clicking on some of these, that might help. Um, ah. There, Atlanta is 2 hours south of you. That's not too bad, 2 hours at all. Um, it's so weird. Okay. People can call you Mary. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I knew that was your um name, but I didn't know if you ever used it. And oops, oops, oops. Wait, how'd that happen? Sorry. See, I'm clumsy. Unfortunately, we are sending everyone rain, showers, and lightning. Are you the one that was having tornadoes today, Marla? Have to get together. Well, listen, anytime any of y'all come to Florida to visit, you can stay here. But I'm in Jacksonville. It's a beautiful city, like the downtown. It's beautiful, especially at night. And the beach, I probably live about half hour from the beach. But yeah, if anyone's coming, let me know. I think most people that visit Florida don't necessarily choose Jacksonville as a as one of their vacation spots. Which one? See, I am clicking on these, but wait, something's confusing me. Hold on. Sorry. If I do this, oops, sorry. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time. Welcome, Smoke. Welcome, welcome. I was telling everybody that I'm going to try to start like clicking on some of these that it might, who said peace to me? Now that was weird. I just had someone come across my earpiece and it sounded like cricket and it said peace to ya and then it clicked off. That was the weirdest thing. How could that happen? That was just, that's weird. It's hooked up to my computer. I don't know how that could happen, you guys. Um, there is real energy in these storm systems. That's scary. Yeah, storms can be scary. I was in one tornado when I was in fifth and sixth grade, maybe seventh, part of seventh. We lived in Huntsville, Alabama, and we used to get tornadoes. Excuse me. Go through there now and then, and we didn't have a basement, so we would have to get in the hallway. You know, we'd have our pillows and blankets, and the kids always thought it was kind of fun, you know, but then we would see cars in the phone wires and just mass destruction. So tornadoes and even strong winds can be scary. We get hurricanes here, of course. I've lived in Florida since 2002, minus the 2 years I was in Austin. That's a long time, and I've never been directly hit by a hurricane. When I was living in Destin, which is on the Gulf Coast, it's in between Pensacola to the north and Panama City Beach to the south. They both got hit real hard. But like in between there, we never got directly hit. Thank goodness. Because I've seen the destruction from hurricanes too. But one night, okay, let me tell a story. Hold on. Um, Thank you so much, Miss Dawn. You look beautiful tonight. I actually put makeup on. I haven't really brushed my hair that much since I took my dog for a walk, so it's kind of messy. But you know what? The messy looks okay sometimes, right? um, Susie had more tornadoes than you did. Marla, are you talking about Susie O? I forget how to say her last name. Smoke is in the house. Are you still on the radio with your trucker friend that's by DOA Smoke? Oh, I'm far behind. Oops. Agreed on. Okay, now what just happened? Still trying to figure this out, you guys. Okay. Agreed on that turquoise in your color. Beautiful. You have turquoise in your hair, Miss Dawn? That's very cool. Very cool. Hi to Smoke from everybody. Hi back. It's storming bad outside now. And gosh, Smoke, I'm sorry. I forgot. What state do you live in again? I know it's the Midwest, I think. Is it Illinois, Ohio, something like that? Um, Raised and live in Florida. Let's see. Mary, you were raised and lived in Florida till 2019 and moved to Ohio, and you love Ohio. Where in Florida were you born, and where did you live in Florida? And Mary survived Andrew and Wilma and Irma. Wow. I guess you have actually have to click on the next one. You can't just kind of scroll over it. Smoke's got several weather apps that you've used over the years, huh? I never go on those. Well, I don't know. If I see rain coming or it's getting dark out or windy, I just stay inside. But Richard is on the computer a lot more than I. I mean, he's not on the computer more, but he looks at other stuff. I am 98% on YouTube. I don't look at I go to my mail and YouTube. That's just about it. If I have to search for a definition or figure something out, on Google, go to Google. But so I don't keep up with all that stuff. And I haven't watched the Hi Dawn Gloves. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm just slow. Oh, if you're fading out, that's perfectly fine, perfectly normal. Um, I know these are odd hours, but that's when I'm up. That's when a lot of artists, I think, work at night, though. You were in Jacksonville last year and have Marla has family there. You have a beautiful city, yeah. Museums and the garden, that big oak tree. Are you talking about? I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, the oak tree, except I remember visiting here years ago and around where the stadium is, but I think across a bridge or something, there's this big old building. It looks like it might have been a college at one time. And I remember it was just an amazing building with amazing trees. I don't know if that's what you're talking about or not. We don't get out very much, that's for sure. Susie Overholtz, yes, 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 yes. Does anyone know if Mama is okay? I saw she posted something yesterday, was it maybe? Either yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday, but I've never watched her, so I don't know. Yeah, it's that Smoke's friend is watching them close to La Poop. I call it La Poop. And Zach is in the parking lot. Yeah, there's a big parking lot across the street. Oh, well, there's one kind of on the side of the building too. Yeah, I have watched many live streams from DOA. He used to be my favorite. When I first started this channel, he used to advertise all the time for me. And I actually saw Dawn Gloves one night. She walked up to DOA on the street and introduced herself, and he let her advertise her channel. And she got like 250 subscribers or something that night and the next day. And so I emailed him and told him who I was and stuff. And so he let me go on there. Made me a mod for like 10 minutes and um, two or three times and let me advertise my channel. I didn't get a lot from doing that, but I got, a handful at least a couple of times. So I thought that was real nice at DOA. And I did write him a song. It's called the Black Sock Song. And y'all have heard me say I play the ukulele. I don't play it a whole lot, and I'm not a real musician, so I wrote lyrics but haven't put a tune to it yet. I don't know if I ever will. But I sent him the lyrics. They were funny. Everybody laughed. And yeah, it would be hard for me to put music to it. And I keep trying to think of a song, that's already, how people will put different words to a tune. But I can't figure out what tune would go good with a Black Sox song. Missing Black Socks, which he got back, I guess. Fort Pierce, Florida. And then grew up in South Florida. Fort Pierce, Fort Pierce. I'm thinking Fort Pierce is probably on the Atlantic side. Um, Smoke takes comfort in knowing LVC is into this and knows DOA and Tori. He knows I know about it now. I'm getting lots of questions at the moment. Yeah. There are, when you first come over here, there are a lot of questions. I made a short video earlier tonight for newcomers to this community, and because so many times in a chat they'll ask questions because they don't know who Mark or Claire are, or they don't know um, something about a situation, or they don't know about Stephanie Hutchinson's first blog, or, they have a lot of questions. So I spent a lot of time going through different people's channel and looking at their playlist and trying to pull up old live chats or videos that they've made, and trying to put a timeline together of when all of the Discord started happening, and I wanted to like kind of catch them up to speed on this whole thing. But that turned into such a big project because there's so many channels and so many things, and trying to weed through all that. I After like a couple of hours, I'm like, this is crazy. Can't do that. So I just sat down and kind of wrote from memory a short timeline, which ended up taking me almost 30 minutes to tell. But it's probably finished downloading now. I haven't checked, but I haven't gone back to listen to it. I may end up taking it down if because I don't know. I'm thinking if I don't tell everything almost perfectly, then I could make someone mad, or people will say, that didn't happen in November, that was December. I don't know. I'm still kind of thinking about it, but it was a nice gesture to think of the newcomers. It's just a lot of work. But yeah. Um, 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 Oops. He owes me a filthy poem. He was shocked I knew y'all. He owes you a filthy poem? What do you mean? I don't get it. In the same way, I can write lyrics but not music, even though I can play the piano and the clarinet. I would love to know how to play the piano. I took my stepfather messed around on the guitar, and so naturally, when we were living in Alabama, he talked me into taking guitar lessons instead of piano, which I'm kind of glad I did. I ended up not liking it that much, but I mean, I still to this day remember some of the chords on the guitar. But and that's how when I picked up the ukulele, since I had had a little bit of time on the guitar, it definitely helped me on the ukulele, even though there's only four strings on the ukulele. So a C chord is definitely different on the uke than it is on the guitar. But just knowing like what the different parts of the ukulele are called, like the lines on the neck of the guitar, they have a name, and I knew how to tune it also. From tuning a guitar, you tune it in a uke the same way, except now wonderful things. They have these little it's a little box about that size, and you clip it onto the end of your guitar. I mean, end of your guitar or ukulele, and you strum a string, and it tells you what note you're playing, and then it tells you if you're either sharp or flat, and you can tune it. And I love those little tuners. It goes by vibration. That's how it knows what note you're playing. Pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Still can't keep up with the chat, you guys. Lordy. Okay. Well, I don't know. I can't go. I can only go up so far. That's weird. I thought you could go past that. So thankful for all the support. Almost 500 subs. How long ago did you start your channel, Mary? I hit 500, I think last week. Yeah, it's so exciting to hit 500. It really is. It truly is. Now I'm waiting to hit 1,000. I'm 223 away from 1,000. But my watch hours suck. How are your watch hours, Mary? Have you checked those? You're just glad there are so many channels shining light on that cult. Yes, yes. And I'm glad that I decided to do this because I like the fact that the more voices, the better. But I like the people that I've met, you know, and I'm not so lonely as I used to be. And when I talk about stuff like the trauma, and stuff like that, that I have people that understand me, that will listen to me, that don't want to just shut me up and roll their eyes and think I'm being a crybaby. That's what I really appreciate. The wonderful people. Oh boy, today your fingers hurt like crazy. Maya pulled out. You play the guitar too, Maya? Wow. After not playing for years. So I got obsessed to remember how to play Blackbird. That's a good song. Do you have steel strings? Or they used to be called catgut, but they're not catgut, of course. They're plastic, but yeah, if you haven't played in a while, you'll have to get some calluses built up. Mary, I'll try to remember to go on my other account that I never used today and sub to you and a few others. Thank you, Miss Dawn. That would be wonderful. You're sub to me though. Must be a different Kelly. I don't know. I get behind in this chat, and I know a lot of it's like people in the chat talking to each other, and I'm so clumsy about handling the comments. I'm trying to be smoother and it's not working out. Ah, um, oops. Thank you, Miss Dawn. Wait, what happened to that? I started my channel in January, February. Well, that's good. I don't even know when I started mine. I think mine's been about 6 weeks. I could be wrong. I'll have to go back and look. Um, Nylon string. And what is, I missed something up here. Wait. Ah, had a vision of worlds merging just now. Freaky. What worlds? I mean, you mean planets? Or wait, worlds? I don't understand. Smoke. Mm. I can be so like uh naive about like people will tell a joke and half the time I won't get it. And I really won't get it. And I feel so dumb, but I know I'm not dumb. It's just I don't know what it is, but some things I just don't get, and people have to explain it to me. ah, nylon strings. Okay, wait. I'm going back the wrong way. On your other. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Miss Donna. I would appreciate it. You're at 503 watch hours. It's hard to get watch hours. Gosh, dang. You've been there. It's a weird feeling. Okay, wait, you guys. I want to know what y'all mean by worlds clash. What did he say? Clashing. If two of y'all have been there. I want. Is it a trip? I want to go. Oh, I see. Okay. Now, yeah. I kind of thought like two worlds clashing after I said what I said, and okay, now I get it. Ah, I see trucker world and Scientology worlds merging. Well, that is very possible. I'm sure there's, well, I'm not sure, but it's very possible that there are other situations like that that you could run into, because there's so many protesters in so many different cities now. You're like my aunt in that regard. She's very, very smart, but jokes tend to go over her head. Yeah, it's so weird. And so, just a second. I'll tell y'all something in a minute. You did a fun show last night and let people come on the stream. We had a blast planning on doing it again. Yeah, we did that one night here too, and I keep forgetting. Hi, Janet. Welcome. I thought maybe you might have fallen asleep, Janet. I felt bad when I told you I'd probably be on, and then I didn't get here for a long time. But I see this area of YouTube getting very busy in your vision. Well, that's good to know. Hi. Okay, it's Janet saying hi. And Smoke says we are at. Oops, what happened? Okay, what happened? Wait, I wanted to see what Smoke said up here. Uh-oh, that's not helping. Um, you say that. Oops. I am so bad at this. I see this area of YouTube getting very busy in your vision, and then you said we are at the ground level of something big. I hope so. I really hope so. Um, that would be way cool. I mean, I would like to see it explode. Yeah, get huge, 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 huge. Um, it's the hello, Jen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, Smoke is the trucker world that you're in. Is it a lot bigger than like the SPTV community? I'm just wondering. I'm kind of thinking it probably would be because there's a lot more truckers out there than people supporting the takedown of Scientology. I think it's going to get huge one day. And I'll tell you what, just the amount that it has grown since the LA protesters started. I mean, golly. And that's only been like 6 months, I think, ago that they really started having a group, a solid group down at the testing center every night, every night, every night. I think it's been about 6 months. That's kind of what I figured when I was going back, um, trying to make that timeline last night. Jen's been working on some research for a live, possibly tomorrow. Cool. And Smoke says not as big as this world. Really? I would think that the trucker community would be bigger. Huh. Well, then Yeah, we need to start inviting them somehow. Smoke, let them dribble in here and there. I think that would be great. Yep. Jen, can you tell us what you've been researching, or are you going to save it for your live and surprise us? I'd be interested to know. To the Truckers Podcast. Good question. The history of protesting. Interesting. That would be wonderful. I bet it's been an interesting research, huh? I bet they've been doing it for a long time, at least in the US. Yeah. When I said I bet it's been a long time, I was thinking, well, that would depend on what part of the world you're living in, I guess. We are very fortunate that we are allowed to speak our mind. Um, Smoke's been chatting with a few people over the past month, and they're very interested in this topic. Plus, LBC goes live tonight, and I'm very popular. All of a sudden, I see lots of new subscribers coming. Oh my gosh, that would be wonderful. Then I could get to 1,000 and get my watch hours up. That would be good. Since before we were even a country. Oh, yeah? Huh. That's interesting. I would love to see the history of protesting. Hi, baby. My little puppy's here. Come here, P. Come here, baby. Come on. Come on. You little mugwump. He wants me to take him out. That's why oh no, here he comes. Hi, baby. Get your blankie. There's your blankie. Oh, I love my little dog. All of our dogs are, hi, Kimberly, welcome. Dogs are so smart. They really are. This little dog blows my mind every day. And like, he's only 2. I got him when he was about 6 months old. And, like, I never thought I would have a dog as smart as my last dog. And she was a mutt. Her mom was Beagle and Schnauzer, and her dad was Jack Russell Terrier and Chihuahua. And she was so cute. She was ugly, my mom would say, but I thought she was cute as a button. And she was real little, but I think she only weighed 8 or 9 pounds, adult size. But she was so smart. But I'll tell you what, this little long-haired Chihuahua, I must say, might be even a little smarter than Coco. I never thought I would say that, you guys. But he is such a smart little thing. He amazes me. Um, Several factions of YouTube trucking. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Oh, my little dog is a licker, though. He likes to lick. He likes to get the salt. You know how dogs are. Dogs can be weird too. They're smart, but they can be weird. They have some weird habits sometimes, I must say. Goodness, goodness, goodness. But anyway, so, well, there's not really much else going on that I can think of. Um, I was, After I went off last night, I was supposed to call Fluffer, and I fell asleep 10 minutes after I got off of this computer. I had not slept very well the night before, and I was more tired than I thought. I fell asleep sitting up, in my clothes, too. It's lucky I wear stretchy pants. It wasn't that uncomfortable, but yeah, I feel bad for not calling her, but she said she had to, because we were talking about her coming on and doing her story today, but then someone needed a mod, and she had three different people she was supposed to mod for, so we've had to change when she's going to be on. And I have a dentist appointment on Monday, a doctor's appointment on Wednesday, so when I emailed her, I asked if she would be able to come on Tuesday. I think she's going to be very interesting. I hope y'all will be there. You don't mean to be antisocial. I'm beading a necklace with turquoise lapis and sterling silver bally beads. That should be very pretty, Janet. I love bally beads. Are you heading out, Miss Janet? Jasper had a seizure during Cricket's library. Oh my gosh. Wow. Where did Smoke go? He was just here just a couple of minutes ago. Did he leave? Oh, I thought it was a few minutes ago. 4 minutes ago he was on here. I don't know. Huh. Yeah, I love Silver. I can't. Your dog had. Does Jasper? Does that happen like on a regular basis, Miss Dawn? I had a rabbit that used to have seizures, and gosh, the first couple of times it happened, it scared me to death. But then I got kind of used to him. But and he lived because he lived inside, and he was my very first rabbit. His name was Bun Bun. I was an adult when I had him, and I loved that rabbit, but he was so cute. But he ended up only living a few years, I think, because of his seizures. Excuse me. He. No, 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 no. Yeah, I woke up one morning and he was sleeping and never woke up. It was sad. Seizures scare me if when they're in people or animals. I don't know. It kind of freaks me out. Um, yes, you do, Mary, have to tell your story. I stopped emailing you just temporarily because I saw you were having lives and you were on Tommy's, and I thought maybe you were too busy. And I had um, Dre, who I interviewed, and Fluffer emailing me. Then Tamber emailed me to be on. So I knew we'd end up getting together a later date. But yeah, I thought you were just kind of busy, so I kind of left you alone. But yeah, you do need to come on for sure. Jen says so. I'm not the only one that saw Smoke's comments just disappeared all at once. Oh, yeah. I, it's hard for me because I won't notice something for a lot longer than y'all because it's hard for me to watch the chat and talk at the same time. I'm usually good at multitasking, but I haven't gotten this down yet. It's going to take me a little while longer before I'm comfortable um, trying to click on the chat and watch it and talk at the same time. Okay. Um, just a little more tired and clingy than normal, but that's the usual after seizures. Oh, wow. Yeah. Like I said, seizures freak me out. They really do. I'm always afraid they're not going to come out of it, I guess. I think that's what my fear is. Not that I've seen a few seizures in my life and everybody has always come out of them. So I don't know what I'm really fearful about, but I am. I don't like to see that stuff. Smoke's comments disappeared like he was removed from our chat. I didn't. I didn't remove him. Hi, Red. Welcome. I'm sure you've been here a few minutes, and I'm just now get 2 minutes you've been here. I'm just now scrolling down, but you know how I am. Your sister died from epilepsy. She was only 23. Oh, bless your heart. Bless her heart. Wow. That is so young. Oh my gosh, 23. Can you imagine? Wow. Jen, he said if he had another one in 6 months, he would have to go on seizure meds. So you're pretty sure that that's the next step. Wow. How old is he, Miss Dawn? And has he had seizures all his life? Or is it something like newer? Mm, yeah, 23. Oh my, I can't even imagine. Maybe meds are a good idea. Miss Dawn asked about CBD treatment before the heavy anti-seizure meds. They're having really good results with that as a first step before the heavier meds. So you asked about them, and what did the vet say? He did disappear like a puff of smoke. Your ex had epilepsy, so you get it, Red? Yeah, wow. Mm-mm-mm. Red, it's terrible. She died in 1979. I'm sure the meds and treatments are much better now. Oh, yeah, you can bet they are. You can bet they are. Yeah, wow. I can't even imagine my child, like having to bury my child. Oh my gosh. I really don't think I would want to live. I really don't. I mean, I can't even imagine. I can't even go there, you guys. One time I had a dream and it was about my son passing, and I woke up bawling. It was so horrible. You know those dreams that or seem so real, or it's not that it even seems so real, it's just that the subject matter was so devastating that it made me cry. But I remember trying to wake myself up because I knew I was like so hard to explain. It sounds weird, but I knew that it was a dream, or I knew I was sleeping or something. And I remember forcing myself to wake up so I wouldn't have to, have that nightmare. Ugh. CBD helps humans, so you assume it probably is good for the furries. You would think so, huh? But there are some drugs that our animals cannot take. I'm not sure what they are. You call them night terrors, but I know it's not that term. Yeah, they are terrors though. Jeez. We now have vagus nerve stimulators for seizure management. It's a life changer for a lot of patients. Is that the same as a spinal cord stimulator, Dawn? I had one of those put in 2008, I believe. I was my doctor's first patient, actually. He was a young doctor in Austin that was just getting his practice going. I was his first patient, and he was going to write a book, and I was supposed to be in it, but I never checked on that. But yeah, I had a spinal cord stimulator, which I end up ended up having them take out because it didn't help my pain. Although I imagine, some people really benefit from it. But I'm not sure if the nerve stimulator that you're talking about is the same thing. New drugs everywhere. Your husband has been completely cured of episodic cluster headaches with with a new drug. A Amovig. Well, that's good to hear, Janet. That's real good to hear. You call it a brain pacemaker. It's connected to a nerve in the neck. Yeah, probably a nerve on the spinal cord, I'm thinking. That's what spinal cord stimulator is. And they put the battery is about as big as a little bit bigger than a silver dollar, and they put that in your hip under your skin, and then they run a wire up to your spinal cord, and they connect, put two connectors on it, and then you have a remote control where you control the type of signal and the strength of the signal. I think just those two. When I had it, I think those were the only two things you could control. And the theory is it's supposed to interrupt the signal going from where your pain is to your brain. And it interrupted the signal, but not good enough to take any pain away. You know, I definitely felt the vibrations and stuff like that, but it did not interrupt the pain signal enough to keep it. And then I would have to charge the battery also on my hip. I'm trying to remember how I did that. I must have had to put, I think, did I have to put something? I'm thinking maybe it was like magnetic or something. I don't quite remember. That's been a long time. Plus my head injury. I'm gonna start blaming my head injury on my memory, my memory problems. Um, it's called a cranial nerve. Oh, okay. The device is placed below the clavicle and the wire to the neck. A magnet is used to activate it to stop a seizure. It also automatically sends pulses at regular intervals. Interesting. Very interesting. And Janet's husband, it's been like magic for him. That's wonderful. Yeah, it's good to hear when something like that works for pain and people aren't suffering so much. We needed a break in that therapy. Absolutely. Yes, for sure. We need a break in neuropathy pain too, and all other chronic pain. One day people aren't going to have to live with chronic pain. They'll figure it out. We're just here a little bit too early, I think. Not much. Not much. Hi, Peterman. Welcome. Watching from Wellington, New Zealand. Wow. Welcome, welcome. What time is it there, Peter? Dawn gloves. Wow. It is put where one would normally put a portacath. I kind of know what you're talking about, Janet. Neuropathy pain is like a mystery. Well, there's so many nerve endings, in your body that, I mean, I can understand why it would be hard to help anybody with nerve pain. It is. It is hard. The only thing that works for me is narcotic pain medication. Um, it's 9 p.m. in New Zealand. So if it's 5:30 here, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 12, 13, 14, 16 hours ahead of Florida. New Zealand is 16 hours ahead of Florida. Cool. Well, that's good to know. It's the 28th, yes. In Florida, it is 5:26 in the morning on the 28th. Yeah, but it's nighttime where you are, so it's like people are gonna start getting ready for bed in New Zealand, and people in America are still sleeping. Hmm, it overlaps a little bit, but people will be getting up here on the East Coast anyway. Fibromyalgia. Hopefully one day there will be a cure. That's no joke either. They used to give me Lyrica, thinking it could help with, my nerve pain, but didn't touch it. I could not tell a difference if I was taking the medicine or not. So, yeah, they took me off of it. It's 12 p.m. Hi, BT. Welcome. BT616. It's 12 p.m. in Jerusalem, Israel. Okay. 12 p.m. So it is um, lunchtime, 12 p.m. It's 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. 7 hours ahead in Jerusalem. That's cool. That's I like it when people pop in, and it's so cool that I lived long enough to see how the world is able to connect, like you can literally talk to people all around the world, and a lot at once via the computer. It's so cool. I am so glad I lived that long. Um, and I'm so glad I lived long enough to see cell phones too, you guys, because it really was a nightmare without cell phones. Remember you guys having to if you had to make a phone call, you had to make sure you had a change for a phone call. You had to make sure, then you would pull up to a 7-Eleven and there'd be three phones, but there'd be people on all three, and you'd have to wait. And then inevitably, they would be on there forever, and you're pacing back and forth, clearing your throat, trying to make the people get a clue that you're waiting for a phone. Oh gosh, it was a nightmare having to use landlines to make phone calls. Hi, Sophia. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Um, anyway, I'm gonna try to go back up a little bit. I okay, let's see. Where was I? Okay, there's Jerusalem. There's BT. Janet's husband would like to cure everything. Oh, that's right. Your husband's a doctor. I forgot about that. I forgot all about that. His job is to find out what's wrong. He sees too many bad things. He's a radiologist. Is he a radiologist? He sees too many bad things. Radiologist. I can imagine the stuff he's seen. Oh my goodness. Other than us night owls. Um, Sophia. I misspelled. I was asking if this cranial nerve stimulation came from Parkinson's research. Oh, that's an interesting question. Um, you're not sour, Don Glows. That's understandable. You're not sure if it came from Parkinson's research or not. You could Google that. Thank you, Janet. Yeah, you can hit the like button if you want. I never ask people to do that, probably mainly because I don't even think of it. But yeah, I like to get I like to get subs and watch hours. I'm working on those watch hours, believe me. Uh, the world has become a kind of a village through the internet. It sure has, Sophia. Well, you all going to try to get some sleep before church. Well, you have a wonderful um, night's sleep and morning at church. I don't go to the actual building anymore, but And I actually don't even watch it online anymore, but I have my thing. I have my thing. I have my connection. Um, yeah. So get some rest. And Mary, email me this week and we'll figure out when you can come on and tell your story. That would be wunderbar. Sweet dreams to you. Yeah. The internet has changed so many things. This is what blows my mind is thinking about like the cloud. Like, do you know how, I mean, there's so many people that are using the internet that have things stored in the cloud, but the cloud isn't like real. It's not like a real thing sitting up there. It's like it's something, but it's not. It just blows my mind how like I know I have a lot of photos in the cloud, and I'm sure a lot of people do. And how can they keep that much information stored and without getting it mixed up too? That blows my mind also. It's way beyond my scope of understanding, really. You know, it just seems too big to even try to figure it out. But I know Sophia knows that implants, wait, no, that are implants against the tremors for Parkinson's, or at least tested a while back. Or, you know, the implants against the tremors for Parkinson's. I don't quite understand, but that's okay. Janet thinks the cloud is a whole lot of servers all over the world. It's weird to you. Yeah, I don't quite get it, but I'm glad it's there. And I want to know who figured all this stuff out. I mean, I remember like Steve Jobs and what's the other one's name? Ah, Steve Jobs wasn't the Apple guy, was he? Or was he? And I can't remember. There's Steve Jobs and someone else. I forget. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Big computer guy. Bill Gates. Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I remember all, you know, when all of that started, but and that's when Elon Musk was making PayPal, and I didn't even know that he owned PayPal, um, and started PayPal until a few months ago. And I heard that somewhere, and I'm like, well, no wonder he got so wealthy, you know, starting PayPal. And someone, his mom or someone had told him, no one's going to deposit money over the internet or make bank transactions over the internet. Boy, was she wrong, huh? The Elon Musk implant. Oh, yeah, I saw the Neuralink. I saw something about that years ago, and I wasn't interested enough to really Google it or anything or investigate it. I figured if it became popular, that I would be able to learn about it and hear about it at that time. I didn't feel like, you know, Googling it or anything at the time. Um, you keep your stuff on a physical hard drive too, just in case the cloud crashes. Well, that's a good idea. I don't have, really don't have that uh, much. I mean, it's not going to be here when I die anyway, so I lost all my physical photographs in my house fire. So, mainly the photographs I have are, I have a ton of photographs of my jewelry. Um, And when when I was homeless, I had forgotten I was in rehab for a month and didn't have my phone. And when I got out, I couldn't remember the password to my Gmail. And I went round and round with them for a few months and I never recovered my email. So I lost a ton of pictures that I wish I had now, like of my dog that died, of my son, of my nieces and nephews, of a few friends. Um, yeah, I lost all of those. So I still have that email, but I still haven't been able to get into it. I don't know. Probably never will be able to. And what's weird is, you know how you can store your passwords on your phone? And I do that and did it for my email too, but it said that it was the wrong password. And actually, it's the password that I remember using for a long time. So I couldn't figure out how it could be different unless somebody hacked it or something. But I mean, I don't know anybody that would do that. Anyway, it was weird. I lost a lot of stuff forgetting my email password. Uh, um, you had a friend who had brain implants several years ago to get years back from Parkinson's, tremors, and speech. Well, that's amazing. They actually can get years back. Wow, I didn't know that. And the external drives are so small now. Oh, yeah, I bet they are. Sophia has 1 terabyte backup. A terabyte's real big, right? I'm thinking. But if you told me like how big it was, it would mean nothing because I don't know anything about any of that stuff at all. Maybe you will have a dream one night and you'll remember the password. You never know. You never know. That is so true. Try changing the password, and you might remember it accidentally. Oh, you do not know what I have been through trying to remember that password. It's just so weird that it didn't work because I had a go-to. If I ever had to change a password, I had a go-to password that was the changed password, and that one didn't work either. So I really think someone had to have changed it, or else I would have been able to remember it. And I even like, when I would put it in, I would try putting in the letter next to the correct letter in case I accidentally hit, the letter next to the correct letter here and there. And I tried that for days, on each letter. That didn't work either. What's my son studying? He wants to work for a sports team, like doing physical therapy and stuff. He's taking nursing right now, I think he said. I think that's the, what you have to start out in the nursing program or something. Yeah, he wants to work on I guess, a college or a professional team someday, being, I don't know, a medic or a trainer, trainer slash therapist. There might be another name for it, but yes, I am so proud of him. I am so proud of him. It's wonderful. I'm so glad he's in college. But he did tell me when I talked to him a few weeks ago that he's bored at the school he's at. I'm like, well, that makes sense. It's a little pokey doke town in Kentucky, so I can imagine that being boring. But, I encouraged him to stick it out, that He's not gonna be there forever. I also told him he could change schools too. There's no reason he can't go to UT because my mom lives in Austin now. So he would have a place to live. He wouldn't have to live in a dorm or, well, he's going to be a junior, so he wouldn't be staying in a dorm anyway. But yeah, I told him he could change schools if he wanted to. Also, I said, "Have you thought about that?" He said, "Kind of." And I said, "His dad lives in Florida, and my mom lives in Austin, and we might be moving to Arizona." So I told him he has three different states that he could pick a school from. So we'll see. So Fizz loves how far brain research has gotten on how all neurodegenerative diseases profit from it. Yeah, that's wonderful. So he does PT. So he does PT in a way. Physical therapy. I don't understand what your question is. You mean, does he do it right now? No. On the sports, a specific name for what they call these people. They're not really physical therapists, but I'm not sure what they are exactly. Marla, good night. Thank you so much for popping in and staying. We've been on for a little over an hour. I'm going to go pretty quick here too, you guys. I'm so hungry, and my little doggy wants me to take him for a walk. And yeah, tell him to hang in there. I was an adult learner with undiagnosed ADHD when you went to nursing school. It was a struggle, but it was worth it. How long have you been out, Dawn? How long have you been out of school? I was an adult student too. But I went back at 50. I still have like two more semesters. Really not quite two more, but I say two because it's one semester and part of another one. So I just say two semesters. Um, okay, Janet, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. And 7 years, you were 47 when you graduated. That's very impressive, Miss Dawn Gloves. Congratulations. Congratulations. I liked going back to school when I was older because I took it more serious and I made much better grades. You know that sports teams have physical therapists that also do fitness training adapted to the athlete. Now, do fitness trainers have to would they have to have anything to do with why you would go to nursing school? I'm wondering. Um, I guess if you were a trainer with a degree, that would help, of course. Night. Are you going to bed too, Red? Yeah. I'm about to jump off. College hits different when, how, paying for it. Oh, wait. College hits different when and how you're paying for it. I don't quite get it, but that's okay. You don't have to explain. Anyway, okay, you guys, I'm gonna go get something to eat and decide whether I'm gonna do my third Stephanie Hutchinson video and get a little snarky. I don't really feel like doing that right now. I'm kind of tired, so I may not. Nursing school, not really, but if he wants to be a nurse practitioner in sports medicine, that's a great path. I see. He should be a nurse practitioner. Do they have to go for 4 years, Dawn, to be a practitioner? I think so. I mean, do they have to go for 6 years? Is what I meant to say, because I know they can prescribe. So I'm thinking they probably have to go 6 years, the practitioners. Good night, Red. Hugs to you too. Sweet dreams. Um, yeah, sports medicine. Some of those people make good money too. There's a master's and doctoral in respect. Oh, interesting. Wow, cool. That's good to know. Hmm. Okay. So it looks like maybe everybody else has jumped off except us three. So I'm going to say good night to Don, Red, and anybody else that I can't see. There's 9 people. So, Sophia, good night. And whoever is listening, good night to you guys. I appreciate you helping me with my algorithms. And have a good day. Have a good night. See you on the flip side. Okay.